All right. My name is D-Rod, and it is Boxing Day. And so this holiday celebrated predominantly in Canada. And yeah, we get to see the effects of it here in the Northwest. But today we're doing some Iden playtesting, which I'm excited for. Iden's been a great character to mess around with. And as we continue to get a little bit more support for her colors, I think we're going to see her kind of hit the field a little bit. She may not ever be maybe a tier 1 in this first set that's still getting revealed, but she may have some answers to some other decks out there. And so I chose 3 hot decks. One of them is one that I created myself here on Unlimited Power, and the other 2 were the top voted decks currently on swdb.com. And we'll be testing those out here on Force Table, which allows us to play these decks against AI, and it can be a real fun time. So let's take a look at one of the decks we're going to be trying. This is actually one I've where is it? I've actually played it before, and it is by JayUnplayable, called Iden Red. So let's just take a look at what Iden does here. So when she's a leader, you can exhaust her, and if enemy unit was defeated this phase, heal 1 damage from your base. So a little bit slow on the healing, easy to kind of put out there. 6 resources for a 4/4. Already it's okay, but there's some great things that you can do with it. You may just play a little bit slower, and if you enjoy playing slow, Iden can kind of get you there. Now, when she is an actual leader on the field, it's going to be a little bit different. Instead of the exhausting ability, it's a permanent static ability. So you'll be able to heal every time you're able to defeat a unit, which is much nicer. So you can kind of hold off a little bit in clearing your opponent's units if you can, and hopefully we'll even see a little bit more damage spread apart once we get some more villainy cards revealed. So that's kind of the basis of Iden. She's blue and black. So you're definitely going to be seeing a lot of those great blue-black cards that are staples that we've seen with Imperial stuff, like General Veers to give all your Imperial units +1/+1, Vanquish, Takedown, things like that. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what JayUnplayable put in their deck here. So Iden Versio is the commander here, right from Battlefront 2. Great story arc if you haven't played it. And they're running Catacombs of Cadera. So they're going for the full 30 health, which makes sense if you're going to play slower. Maybe you need that extra health to kind of get you there. They're running 3 Cell Block Guards, 3 Cloud City Wing Guards. So we're already seeing 6 Sentinel units. A Count Dooku, as was 3 of. A little high. 7 cost. So it's definitely going for the big bomb threat and trying to stay alive until you can put those resources out. Death Troopers, which are great 1-drops if you're running that red. Death Star Troopers. And then you're running Death Troopers as well, which can do damage to other opponents, but you have to do 2 damage to your own unit first. Some Fifth Brothers there, which is really helpful. Regional Governors, which are great as you continue to play against your opponent. You'll know the cards that they have and which cards are going to give you the threat. And some Scout Bike Pursuers as well, which have great health and grit. So a lot of standard ground units that we've seen in some blue-black builds. As far as space units here, the Imperial Interceptor, which can do 3 damage on entry. The System Patrol Craft to give you a good Sentinel unit for space. And 3 TIE Fighters. So Jay's definitely running a couple of 1-drops here that are good, but may not always be great in the long run. Entrenched and Resilient here to give your units a little bit more health. This is super good, kind of keep them in the field a little bit, especially your Sentinel units. Entrenched is not going to allow them to attack bases, but again, you're really trying to hit a control here. So we're going to see if that red helps with that control aspect. As far as events, Jay's running Force Choke, which is okay. You're always going to pay 2 for it until the Fifth Brother's out, and then you'll pay 1. Open Fire, which I'm a big fan of. 4 damage to a unit is always solid. A Repair for your own base, which you've been healing throughout the game. And a Takedown to deal with any unit with 5 HP or less. So it's good. I don't know if it's that good, but again, these are one of the highest rated decks currently in SWDB for Iden. And we're just going to take it through the runner here. So we're going to play Jay's deck, and you see I have a Sabine deck chosen, but let's work our way up to that. Let's go ahead and take the Fantasy Flight live stream deck that the designer Jeremy Zern did. This is a great deck here, green-black Vader. So it can ramp a little bit, so I don't expect Iden to have a great matchup, but that's what this is about, seeing just seeing how well they do against an AI opponent. Let's go ahead and start, and we'll get to the game. All right. So one of the things I don't do is mulligan. I just take what we have, because in any competitive format, yes, you can mulligan, and yes, I would mulligan in a competitive tournament, but you know, you're always going to get stuck with a hand that you may not love, and you're just going to have to learn how to work around those types of things. I think that's important when you're testing out any deck, is just seeing how it does with the original hand, because that may be the hand you're stuck with. And you may always want the god hand, but it's called a god hand for a reason, right? So how do you do with a crap hand? That's what really can set up your deck and just kind of make you a better player. So no mulligan for us. We're just going to have to make the hard decision of what to put down as our resources. We got to put 2 down here. Let's see. We're also going to fix this a little bit. There we go. We're going to put Dooku down because he's a 7. And as much as I like this Interceptor to come out on turn 4, we also have a Sentinel. So we got 2 different options here. The Sentinel's System Patrol Craft, with Sentinel, is going to give us a great blocking ability, where the Imperial Interceptor is going to go on the attack. And if the spaceship has less than, or 3 or less health, we'll be able to kill it. So I like to play the aggressive, so let's go a little aggressive. We'll get rid of the Patrol Craft. We'll keep the Wing Guard and the Open Fire for some answers. There's nothing we can play this turn, which is one of the reasons why anyone would mulligan. But again, what if you don't get one of your 2 drops or 1 drops turn 1? You're going to have to deal with it. So we'll take the initiative. Vader's going to go ahead and play an Admiral Piet here. Piet's great, maybe a little bit too early for that. If you're unfamiliar with what Vader does, also he can pay 1 to exhaust if he played a black villainy aspect card this turn to deal 1 damage to a unit and to a base. Vader can come out on turn 7, and this deck that we're playing against could get him out actually, sorry, not on turn 7, and get him out on turn 5. This deck can get him out actually a little bit sooner, just because of the ramp that it has with the Super Laser Technicians and resupplies. So we could see this Vader out a little bit early. It also runs Energy Conversion Lab, so you can play a card that costs 6 or less, you still pay for its cost, and you give it ambush for the phase. So we could have a unit come out that we think is safe, and it can be immediately destroyed. All right, we're going to have to put another card down as a resource. There's 3 Dookus in this deck. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of another one. So we're down to 1. And that's okay, because this time we can play a unit. Admiral Piet here is a 4-cost official unit. I'm not too scared for it, so we're actually just going to put the Wing Guard and get that Sentinel out. Open Fire could, of course, take care of this card, but I'd rather save Open Fire for something else, specifically like that Vader. Let's take the initiative and see what the AI does. Okay, they dropped the Laser Technician, and they use the Energy Conversion Lab. So smart move by the AI. You're going to be able to get 1 card into your resource pile quicker than I can, and putting them 1 turn ahead. So that Vader can come out at least 1 turn earlier now. They're going to be at 4 resources, and we're going to be at 5. Let's go ahead and put out our TIE Fighter. In this turn, I think we're going to play the Scout Trooper, because that Vader is going to be coming soon, and that Scout Trooper is going to be okay to take some damage. Now, the opponent just played Admiral Mahdi. Mahdi's great, especially when you have that Vader. You swing with Vader, kill your own Mahdi, and get 2 swings with Vader a turn. That's deadly. We have no other options here. There's no way we're going to be able to kill anything with our Scout Bike Trooper, so let's just take the initiative. Oh, gross. And they play a Fallen Lightsaber on the Admiral Piet. So Piet gets a little bit tougher, takes out our Scout Bike Pursuer, which is a great move. Scout Bike Pursuer only gets tougher to deal with when it has more damage on it. So great move on their end. And welcome in. If you're watching us right now, we're testing out some Iden Versio decks with links down in the description below. This one we're playing is Iden Red by JayUnplayable. Okay, this Mahdi is giving me trouble. Now, Vader is currently at 6, and we are at 5. Let's go ahead and put out another Scout Bike Pursuer. Piet's going to go ahead and swing, avoiding our Scout Bike Pursuer, which is the smart move. Let's go ahead and play our Death Trooper here. Deal 2 damage to our Scout Bike Pursuer, which is going to make him a little bit stronger, and then we can do 2 damage somewhere else. Now the problem is, if we hit this Mahdi, he is going to ready Admiral Piet, who can swing again. So we're just going to go ahead and hit Piet for 2 damage, making him a little bit easier to kill. And out comes the Super Laser Technician. So a little bit too late, unless Vader has a kill card to take out his Technician himself. We're not going to see Vader out this turn, but if he does, with a Force Choke or an Open Fire, we could see Vader come out, and Vader would swing twice if they killed Admiral Mahdi with their first ability. Let's take the initiative. All right, Vader does kill it itself because he did play a black card this turn, being the Admiral Mahdi. Smart move. Hits our base for 1 with the ability. Swings with Mahdi, killing Mahdi. Plays Admiral Piet. All right. And here comes Vader, and they play another Mahdi. So the AI does really well. A lot of people may comment that the AI may make some mistakes too often or not play to the level that they want. But look at them play this black, green, red Vader deck so well. Now, they did miss the part of killing their Mahdi again and activating Vader, and instead they killed the Death Trooper. But if they did activate it again, they would have got us down to 10 this turn. Big threat. So yes, the AI is not going to make the best decisions, but that was a great turn for the AI. They did it really well. They're really good way of seeing how Vader and Mahdi work together. All right, well, we're behind. Imperial Interceptor's not really going to do anything. We're not seeing any ships here, and we just need to keep going. Now, Vader is at 8, and Vader does play that Palpatine, so we are going to have to worry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and open fire, I think. Can swing on Vader for 3. No, we're going to open fire. We got to lower that Vader a little bit. We're going to get hit with an overwhelming barrage. It looks like they gave Vader a +2/+2, and then Vader can deal damage to another unit based on the amount of attack he has, which was 7. So our Scout Bike Trooper took a lot there. We're just going to play the Cell Block Guard. Again, putting a couple more bodies in front of Vader. Doesn't matter, though, with that Admiral Piet with the Fallen Lightsaber. We'll trade. Vader has a clear attack on us. We're going to activate Iden just because. Oh, we can heal 1 damage. Do that. One thing I did forget. Heal for 1. Activate Iden. Now, probably shouldn't have, because Mahdi can swing into Iden and then activates the Vader. That's the point of Mahdi and Vader. We're going to go ahead and swing on Vader right now with the Iden to remove him from the match. We will lose our Iden Versio, and that's okay. Oh no, we actually don't kill Vader because he has the +2 bonus. So he should die at the end of the phase. And there he goes. So again, this deck would have lost already if the AI made 1 turn different. I'm just going to keep this here. We're not really playing anything too high. All right. Well, we have the repair. Let's go ahead and use it. Heal our base for 3. Vader has not been hit. Their deck has not been hit at all. Open fire here on the Seasoned Shore Trooper because we can't really afford to take that hit. AI takes the initiative, which is the right move, and we will go ahead and heal our base because an enemy left this turn. Get us to 7. Now, this is what really the Iden deck, I think, you can hope for. You're going for that late game. Notice I have 4 cards in my hand. My opponent has 2. The AI may make the wrong decisions here and keep putting cards into their resource pile, which is on them. We only have 1 card higher than 6, and that is Count Dooku, and there's only 1 of those left. So we're going to hold on to everything. We have a takedown to deal with any low-cost units. Unfortunately, we don't see a low-cost one. We see Palpatine himself. So let's do some damage here. Let's do 2 here, 2 here. Oh, there it is. So unfortunately, Vader is going to use their ability and get us down to 6. So I can't really kill. No, I could. I can't kill Emperor Palpatine this turn. I need to take the initiative. The takedown will take care of Palpatine, which will be great. These trenches are going to be great for a fifth brother. All right, let's put the interceptor out. Just to play a little bit more cards here. Fifth brother in the takedown. We have to play the takedown first. And check. And of course, we finally get rid of our ship. And what do they play? They play a ship. All right, we can't deal with the ship. They have 6 resources left. Out comes an ATSD. We can't deal with that either. Wow, we can heal, which isn't going to matter. Take the initiative. Let's take the initiative and hope for something good. All right, a sentinel, but they have overwhelm, so we'd have to drop the entrenched pretty quick. Let's see what we can do here. Sentinel first. AI may play a card. They play another ATSD. Gross. Just gross. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks, Death Weasel, for hopping in here, talking about the units. I'm really excited to actually try your deck. And I'm kind of go back to these points you made here in a bit. Thanks so much for checking us out. I'm really excited to try the deck today. All right, we're going to give Entrench for the Cloud City Wing Guard here. Going to give it +3/+3. Can absorb the hit of that ATST, which is the point. Let's go ahead and play another Entrenched, this time on the fifth brother. Out comes the Seasoned Sword Trooper, who has Sentinel now. We'll swing with the brother into the Sword Trooper. No, we're not going to do a damage to ourselves. We're fine. Okay, we'll hit the Sword Trooper there. And there goes our Sentinel ability, thanks to Vader. We can heal. We are going to get hit by the Imperial Interceptor, so we'll take that damage there. Knocking us down to 3. I don't think we're going to get out of this. So, Force Choke, which will not work on anything on the field, and another Wing Guard. Okay. All right, we'll play the Wing Guard, but doesn't matter. The Interceptor swings and takes us out. So that was fun. Maybe I thought we could get there, but again, the Vader got there really quickly. That Super Laser Technician is a smart move. They had double Moddies in one turn. They didn't take super advantage of it like they should, but the game would have ended probably around 4 turns ago if they did. So great. Well, let's try JayUnplayable's deck again against something else. All right, this time let's just go for it. Let's go for the big bad. I know this may seem like we're putting Jay's deck through the ringer, but it's kind of why we do this, to kind of see what's going to give us a good option. Do we have answers at all when we're playing? And that's what I need to know. If you're not following a lot of the deck talk right now, there's a lot about Sabine. She's great. There's been a lot more support for it. You can do some fun things, that's for sure. For a cause I believe in, sorry, being one of the hot cards for it. Great card. Great card. And honestly, I think the AI doesn't even have to do that much work to pilot this one very well. I think it's a great deck. It's going to be pretty much a standard one for a lot of people looking to get into the game who want to play very aggressive and get that rebel feel, because it's very on theme. So let's just go for it. Let's put this in here as the player 2 and try Jay's deck again. All right, no mulligan for us. We're going to take whatever we have and just deal with it. Count Dooku's going to hit the table there, the resource part. Man, these are all good cards against Sabine aggro. So if you're unfamiliar with Sabine, here you go. She can exhaust to deal 1 damage to each base. So fun in multiplayer. If you control 4 or more resources, she can come out. So coming out at 4 is really solid. And she is a threat. So she comes out and she's a 2/5, but every time she attacks, she deals 1 damage to each enemy base. So she no longer damages her own base, she damages yours when she swings. We're also seeing Jeddah City, which is going to give a non-leader unit -4, -0 for the phase. That's important because Sabine needs her units alive. If you're wondering how to beat Sabine, it's keeping her board cleared. If you can have them run out of cards and keep her units from ever attacking you by attacking them first, you can stand a chance. We're going to see how well JayUnplayable's deck can do in this matchup. All right, and by doing that, we have to get rid of a card. I don't want to get rid of any of these. So we're going to get rid of Resilient. Not the best move, but that's where we're going. All right, let's play the Regional Governor, and we're going to go ahead and name a card. Let's see. I really don't want to see a red 3, and I don't want to see the green squadron. We're going to go with red 3, though, because that can get bad really quickly. Or, actually, let's go 2 tubes. Let's see, that is Benthic, 2 tubes. 2 tubes is another solid one that works in this deck really well. Let's take the initiative. Sabine's going to damage both us and their base. After they played this Katina Braggart, which has raid 2 and has a 0 attack when they're attacking, when they're not attacking. So this is a card that you just have to hit. If you can hit it, hit it. May not seem like a big deal, but it really is. Let's drop the 5th brother and go aim for putting a little bit more Sentinel on the board. Put that out there now. Out comes an Ezra Bridger. I was about to use that open fire. I'm glad I didn't. Save that for Ezra. And we're going to swing on the Katina Braggart for 1. Not a lot with Sabine or with the Regional Governor, I know, but again, just putting that extra damage on there in case the Katina Braggart swings, which he does choose to, and we'll eliminate him from the board. So again, we're a little bit ahead of as far as board presence, which is what you want to be in the Sabine scenario. Ooh, this is also good. We're going to drop the Scout Bike Pursuer, though. Let's play an open fire on Ezra, getting him out of here. And out comes Green Squadron A-Wing. Now, this is one, if I had another Regional Governor, I'd also want to take care of because of that Raid 2 ability. It's only 1, but it's 2 when it swings. Just tough to deal with, I think, for a space unit. All right, let's go ahead and play Resilient on the Cloud City Wingguard. Sabine's going to damage our base and theirs, putting us at 28, them at 20, sorry, us at 27, them at 22. This is kind of why Jay is playing this type of basic vanilla base, is because we really want to hold our own in a control matchup when you're playing Iden. So you'd rather have more health, especially against Sabine deck that can get you down really quickly. All right, they do play Sabine, which we knew was going to happen. Let's go ahead and we can take the 2 damage. I'm actually just going to swing on the base and hit the base for 1. Sabine's going to swing into the Rebel. And here comes the Surprise Strike. Surprise Strike is a really great card. I see this in Sabine decks a lot. Attack the unit gets +3 for this attack. It's a great card. That +3 makes a big difference. You're swinging right that turn, so you're bypassing an action step, essentially cheating a little bit. And Sabine did what she needed to do. She one-shotted something, and she took 2 damage doing it, but she got through. Now, we are destroying units, so we could draw a card that will give Sabine the initiative, and I can't really afford to give Sabine the initiative. So let's take it ourselves. You got to stay ahead of these decks. Now, these are all great cards, and each of them is an answer for Sabine. I think we're just going to get rid of 1 takedown and hold on to these other 2 cards. So let's take down Sabine, put her out of there. Out comes another surprise attack, and this is a big hit for 6 from that Green Squadron A-Wing. Remember, it has raid 2, so we just got hit for 6. Let's go ahead and use the action ability and heal 1. Out comes the Partisan Insurgent. It does have the raid 2 bonus because the Green Squadron A-Wing. We don't have an answer for it yet, but we'll go ahead and swing on the base for 1. They'll take the initiative and we'll pass. Here comes our Count Dooku and a Death Trooper. We're going to go ahead and drop the Death Trooper. And we're going to put down our 2 Sentinel units and probably play Iden this turn. That is bad. All right, let's go ahead and activate Iden now then. Iden comes into play and we get hit with a Cause to Believe in. So we check the top 4 deck cards, and there are 3 with white aspects. So we take some damage. Is there 4? No, there's 4, I guess, yeah. Let's go ahead and play another card. No, let's swing. Swing the Partisan Insurgent, because again, you can't keep units in play with Sabine. We're already at 15, now 14, and we're going to get hit for another 2. We also wanted to get rid of that raid bonus that they had. Go ahead and play a couple of other Sentinel units. Now, I know that this Sabine deck does play the new card that when you play it, you can essentially remove Sentinel from 1 unit for the turn, which is great. So we got to be careful here. Also, once we get into that 4 range, we're pretty much dead when they play For a Cause to Believe in. So we got to be very mindful of that. We got a second governor and we got a repair. The governor is super helpful because we can name For a Cause to Believe in, and we can also play Count Dooku. But we can't play both this turn. So we're just going to hold on to the cards, keeping us at 6. Oh my gosh. And we get hit with a Spirit of Rebellion. Look at opponent's hand and discard a card from it. Okay, well, we're safe, and now we're not. So, man, good job on the AI. Let's go ahead and repair our base for 3. Out comes Red 3, which if you remember from the beginning of this game, I wanted to get rid of with the Regional Governor. I think 2 tubes was the better bet, but I would have loved that second Regional Governor right now to just buy me some time. Sabine uses her ability and hits our base for 1 and their base for 1. We're ahead. Let's close the gap here a little bit more. So now they're going to get us down to 9. We got to keep hitting them. Now we're going to lose the initiative. So if they do anything crazy, if we see a fleet trooper come into play, it can be bad. I mean, it's really fleet trooper, I think. It's going to be it. All right, second regional governor and a force choke. The good news is we don't need that force choke. And here comes the Falcon. So they have death on board. I don't know if we're going to get there. 4 or less remaining HP. Ooh, we could play Dooku. Let's play Dooku. Okay, just going to get rid of raid. This is going to go again. So this is 4 damage after this one swings. So we can either take 2 and 6 total, or we can take 2 and 4, so 6 again. Well, either way, it's bad. Okay. Let's get rid of the Falcon. Probably not the best move, but that's what we did. They'll swing with the red 3, and they'll do 2 damage to us. If they swing with... Oh, well, they didn't swing with red 3. As they should have. Oh, no, they still get the friendly red unit. Doesn't have to be tapped. Red 3 is just that good. We did get through the Sabine one. A little bit by skin of our teeth, but we had some answers there. The one thing Jay's Unplayable deck struggled with is there just not enough space units, and I think we kind of saw that problem over here. But great job against this Sabine deck. They're holding on to a K2SO and another red 3. This K2SO is really great with the overwhelm ability and the fact that when it does get defeated, you can do 3 damage to an opponent's base. So if you're wondering what you should name with Regional Governor, 2 tubes, K2SO, and of course, For a Cause to Believe in. Let's go ahead and go back. All right, now I do want to go ahead and take out a chance at Death Weasel's deck here, Iden Versio Sabine Killer. Now, we just played against Sabine and beat it, and I don't think Iden's always the answer for Sabine, but this deck is made specifically for Sabine aggro decks. And we just saw in the comments on YouTube here that Death Weasel hopped in, talked a little bit about it, and let's take a look here. So he did say he's updated it a couple times. One of the things he ended up doing was he dropped a Dooku and the Avenger. Now, that makes sense. Avenger's pretty high at that 9. You're not going to get there very quickly. And Dooku, again's that 7 cost. Like, you can choose one or the other, I think, but going for 2, you really want to have a little bit more support. Which we're not really seeing much of that, so it's interesting. This is a highly loved deck here on SWDB. Again, we're trying out the hot decks this week, as always on Tuesday. So let's just go ahead and try it. And we're going to go against Sabine right now. So let's have some fun. Now, if you want to know what, what Death Weasel put into his deck, he pretty much put in cheaper units like the Inferno 4 and maximum firepower. So, which is smart. Think honestly, if we want to make that edit, we could. Chapter units, cheaper units for like TIE Fighter, Inferno 4, maximum firepower. I just don't know how much you put in. Well, you're already running the TIE Fighter, so it's probably just that. I guess let's just make the change for him. Gonna be a little asterisk about this deck here. All right, so we're not playing the. We're playing Inferno 4. And then we're not playing the Avenger. And as far as ground units, we're getting rid of Count Dooku. And we're trading that for the event maximum firepower. So, again, this is in the YouTube comments right now from Death Weasel 50. And let's just go ahead and get it going. Ooh, double Del Miko. No mulligan for us. We're definitely dropping one of those. Inferno 4 and Seasoned Short Trooper can go out this turn. We're going to have to drop the Galactic Star Destroyer. Great card. Go from there. All right, first card. Sure, let's go to space. Let's see what we have here. We have a Cell Block Guard, and we have another Seasoned Short Trooper. We're going to go ahead and keep that. Go from there. Death Weasel wishing us good luck. Thanks, sir. Let's just go ahead and see what we do here. Always fun. They play a Partisan Insurgent. It's a great card. Sabine's going to exhaust, of course. And Death Weasel is also making the smart move here. If you're going up against Sabine, it's better to have that 5 health. It's a game changer. Again, once you get into 4, that's where it gets dangerous. All right, we're going to have to put a card down. Now, we got another Cell Block Guard coming our way, which I do want to keep. So we're going to drop another Seasoned Sword Trooper. All right, let's put out Del Miko here. Now, Del Miko is a great card because each event opponent plays costs 1 more. So that Surprise Strike or that For a Cause I Believe in, it's going to help you out there. Sabine's going to play a Falcon. The Falcon enters play ready, so that's 3 damage. We're probably going to take this turn. Let's go ahead and swing on the base, just in case that Falcon wants to go for our Inferno 4. All right, Sabine hits us again for 1 and 1. The current base health is 21 to 28. Us in the lead, we'll take the initiative. And the Partisan Insurgent swings on our Del Miko. Now, the Partisan Insurgent does need another red unit to trigger its raid ability, so it's not too much of a threat. Inferno's down. We're going to put the Viper Droid on the bottom of our deck. So Falcon decides to swing into Iden. We're going to get another Viper Droid. If I had a Governor, I would be keeping these Viper Droids, but right now, let's just do something else. Play a Cell Block Guard just to buy us some time. Out comes Sabine. This is going to give Partisan Insurgent that raid ability. I should have swung on it before. Now it's a little bit too late. Let's swing into Jeddah City. Restore our base by 1. Falcon's going to hit us for 3. Now Sabine and Partisan Insurgent have to swing in that Cell Block Guard. We're going to go ahead and pass. Because if we kill the Partisan Insurgent, we'll be able to at least restore our base by 1. Go ahead and do that. Now, Sabine is going to swing on us, and of course, they're going to play a Fleet Trooper, and Sabine's going to hit for a lot harder than we thought. Drops us down to 22, so it's going to happen. That's the point of Sabine decks. They're strong, they hit hard. It's your classic Rebel scenario, right? Just hit and run tactics. This is all they want to do. So you got to find answers back. We have a Vanquish to defeat a non-leader unit. Okay, that's good for the Falcon over there. Snow Trooper Lieutenant will help us get rid of Sabine, and another Cell Block Guard to buy us some time. You see, the short troopers are going to be better late game. I think we're going to drop maximum firepower. As much as I enjoy this card, we need 2 units on the field. We're not going to get there yet. Sabine still has 4 cards in their hand. I don't really want to lose Delmico yet. If we can avoid it, let's avoid it. Alright, they activate Jeddah City to give Miko -4 for the turn. So even if we Snowtrooper Lieutenant, he's only going to hit for 1. So instead, let's put out that Seasoned Shore Trooper. Next turn, he's going to have more higher attack, because we'll have 6 or more resources. We did destroy the Fleet Trooper, so we can go ahead and heal our base by 1. Out comes a K2SO, who has Overwhelm, and again, when they die, they'll do 3 damage to that player's base, or make us discard a card from our hand. Alright, we'll use Delmico and swing into Jeddah City, just to restore 1 for us. And we're going to take another 3 from that Falcon. Sabine's going to hit us for 1, and then for additional 2. Oh, swings right into Delmico. Smart move. Alright, let's get out there. We now have Sentinel. We now have +2/+0 with the Seasoned Shore Trooper, which is great. A little tougher there. We can also activate our own Sabine. Let's put her out. She comes in with the shield unit. Our own Iden. Sabine, go ahead and hits us for a large number there. Right? Large number. That's the way to describe that. Okay. K2SO is going to be a problem, so let's just go ahead and vanquish him now. We'll get him off the field. We're going to take 3 damage, but we're going to heal 1. Out comes a Fleet Trooper, who gives the Millennium Falcon a little bit of a bonus. No, actually doesn't. So not a rebel unit, so just gets to swing. This means Sabine's going to be able to attack first next turn. Because they will definitely take the initiative unless they're holding on to something else. And they were. Green Squadron A-Wing. Okay. Let's take the initiative. We're not going to kill anything else. We have 2 Snowtrooper Lieutenants, and finally we can play maximum firepower. Let's see. We just got to 6. Some options here. I don't really want to get rid of any of them. We can play 2 cards this turn, and that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and play maximum firepower first. Which target to deal 4 damage to. Let's go ahead and pick New Squadron A-Wing, because that's going to be a problem. And here comes another no good to me. Our first for Cost to Believe in. That's going to hit us for a total of 1, 2, and 3. Because it counts your heroic aspect card. So it sees 3 of them. Deals 3 damage to us right there. Let's go and play a Snowtrooper Lieutenant and give a unit +2. Give it to our Shore Trooper, and let's just swing right into the Fleet Lieutenant. Alright, we'll trade there. Every time we defeat a unit, though, we will heal our base, which is great. Swing into Jeddah City, dropping them down to 14. Sabine will do her ability to drop us both down to 13. Again, now it's a pretty even match. We both have 2 units on the board. I'm going to be down to 10, and we have 2 cards in hand. We do have an answer for the for the 2 tubes, which is important. So let's go ahead and play that. We're going to hit our own Death Trooper and hit the 2 tubes. And out comes a Spark of Rebellion. Opponent looks at our hand and discards a card. So unsure if the Viper Probe Droid was the best choice, but again, that's just the AI's prerogative. That's what they chose. We're going to go ahead and attack with Iden. Just going to get that Snowtrooper Lieutenant bonus. So hits for 6. Out comes an Ezra Bridger. Running out of time here. Luckily, I think we're going to get there. Snowtrooper swings on Jeddah City for 2. Drops it down to 5. Sabine activates. Her ability lowers themselves down to 4 and us to 10. We're going to go ahead and take the initiative and get hit by a Millennium Falcon for 3. Now, this Falcon's been sitting out here for a while. I want to say till turn 3. Since turn 2 when they had 3 resources. All right, let's keep all these cards. And we'll just take it from here. Iden gets us there. So fun deck here with Death Weasels. Really enjoyed it. We're going to try it out against something else. Now again, Sabine decks are going to be popular. Anything aggro, Leia Tempo and Sabine aggro, those are things that we're just going to see throughout the meta always. There's always going to be that. You're going to have control players, aggro players, and mid-range players, and then just theme players. If you can do a theme with one of those, props to you. Luckily, the game really kind of builds upon itself so far in the first set. We can see a lot of those certain things here. So a card we didn't see really till the end was General Tag and Grand Moff Tarkin to really help get more Imperial units into play, which is really important. So let's switch it up. This can kill Sabine and can hold its own, but how does it do against maybe a Leia aggressive deck? So let's go ahead and take one here. I'm going to take one by, Vehicular Manslaughter. We tried this one out the other week. Great aggressive deck. Popular hot deck on SWDB. Let's see what happens. All right, no mulligan for us. I think we're going to drop the Star Destroyer and Takedown or Entrenched. We're going Entrenched. Okay. We have this Governor, which is great. Now, Leia's going to come out and just be very aggressive. A lot of starships, a lot of fleet troopers, those types of things. So now we got to figure out what we don't want. This is green, white, red. Green, white, red. All right, let's just go Fleet Trooper, Fleet Lieutenant. No surprises. All right, they play Sabine Red, the regular unit here, so Explosive Artist. While there are at least 3 other aspects on other friendly units, this unit can't be attacked, so it's going to be pretty good if she can get more units in play, but same thing as you're playing against Sabines, it's the same thing against Leia's. The best thing you can do is just keep their board cleared and try to stay ahead of them. We don't have any troopers. We're only going to have one anyway at this rate, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of Tag, play our Death Trooper, hit the Death Trooper for 2, and deal 2 damage to Sabine Red. All right, they're going to go ahead and play Red 3. I'm not going to allow that to give Sabine any more raid, so we're just going to swing on Sabine right now and take her out. AI does, however, use Tarkin Town to take out the Death Trooper, which is not the best play, but hey, they've used their epic ability. We can still do something. We could recover, but there's really no point, so we're going to take the initiative. All right, here comes another maximum firepower, but we don't have 2 units, and we may not see 2 Imperial units for a little bit. This turn, we're probably just going to play the TIE Advanced to give our Governor a little bit more experience, and out comes General Dodonna. So other friendly rebels get +1/+1. He's a 4/4 for 4. He's going to get that red 3 ability because he's a white aspect card. So luckily we have a takedown and a vanquish to deal with him next turn. Not going to deal with it. We're just going to go ahead and swing and hit their base for 3 damage, dropping him down to 22. Leia's going to use her ability to have red 3 swing, but she doesn't have another rebel unit to take advantage of it. Just a poor AI move there. But it's what makes Leia so great. The ability to just, again, cheat actions. You're skipping steps. You're going faster than your opponent. It's what's going to make her very attractive for newer players. Okay, we have our cards here. We can play a Vanquish. We can play a Takedown. We're probably just going to go ahead and play a Maximum Firepower. That's probably going to be it. Needs 2 units to really get it going. It costs less than Vanquish, and it allows us to keep Takedown and Vanquish, well, Takedown specifically for Leia. So, well, Maximum Firepower here. All right, and Dodonna's still alive, but not anymore. So that's what you do with traitors of the rebellion, of the Imperials. Sorry. Dodonna was a famous Imperial Wow, man. General who defected after the Clone Wars, and he's back in action. There he is. Okay, we're going to take care of Red 3 because that's a problem. Can't keep giving these rebel units raid. Unfortunately, Dodonna is going to keep Red 3 alive, and so we're going to take a little bit more damage. We're going to take the initiative, and we'll have to take care of Dodonna next turn. We're at 16. We could have healed, but again, we want that initiative. All right, let's vanquish Dodonna, which is going to get rid of Red 3. And here comes a for a cause to believe in. Again, searching the top 4 cards, and for each white aspect card revealed, we take a damage. We take 4. Drop us down to 12. It's 19 to 12 game. Okay. We only have 1 resource left. However, we can put Iden into play now. And they play a Wing Leader, giving Leia a little bit more health and toughness. We're going to swing into Leia since we have the shield and deal 4 damage to her. Leia swings on us for 6. Again, this is what makes her such a threat. We have to take the initiative. She can swing first next turn and swing with another rebel unit. So we got to stop it. Luckily, we got a takedown and another unit we can play. So takedown on Leia. Out comes a Sabine Red. Not a problem. Let's play a Snowtrooper. And we'll attack with a unit. We'll choose Iden, who will go ahead and swing into Sabine herself. And now comes a Battlefield Marine. Again, the reason why we're swinging into these units is because Leia can take advantage of having 2 rebel units in play and swing with both. You have to control it as much as you can. Now these space units are coming out, and we're not going to have the control there. So we're going to take 2 damage, dropping us to 7, and they're at 19. We have 2 cards left in our hand where our opponent has 2 at the end of that turn. Or sorry, now at the beginning of the turn, and we're at 4. We have 7 resources. We have 2 5-drops, one of them being my favorite maximum fire, or sorry, overwhelming barrage. This is going to help deal with any of those cards, specifically Green Squadron A-Wing. I hate to play it, but I think that's the best move. You can also just play Takedown. But that +2/+2 is going to give us a little bit of an edge. So let's do it. How much damage are we going to do? We're going to do 3. I forgot we can split this, which is what makes it even better. So 3 here. Again, you may say, why not wait for the opponent to play another unit? And that's because Leia can make both those units attack in 1 turn. Swing with the Governor. We're going to hit their base for 3. Out comes a Wing Leader. Gross. Again, Leia can hit us with both these units next turn, and we don't have anything else. So what I should have done is swing with Iden. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take the initiative. We're leaving a lot of damage on the board, but that's because if we don't, we're dead. It does not take a lot for Leia to be difficult to deal with. Luckily, we have a takedown. We'll get rid of this X-Wing. Out comes a Wedge Antilles. Each friendly vehicle unit gets +1/+1. I'll tell you, the answers keep coming and coming. All right, we'll put out a space unit here. Actually going to put both of these on the bottom. Leia's going to swing in with that Wing Leader and hit us for 2. Or sorry, 3. And if we don't take initiative now, Leia can definitely hit us for 5. Plus an additional 3, so 8. So we would lose. So we're going to take the initiative. That's just how it goes. Got to control the game as much as you can. Man, I wish this Callus was better. Let's go ahead and swing into the Wing Leader. Takes care of our Inferno. Takes care of the Inferno. Puts the Wing Leader on the bottom. Both these cards are good. Keep them there. And Wedge Antilles is going to swing on us for 5. So now we can actually do a little bit of something here. put another wing, another regional governor out, and we're going to go ahead and name For a Cause to Believe In. Cause I Believe In. Get rid of that. And out comes a red 3. They just keep coming. They keep coming. All right. Callus is just going to go ahead and swing. He's not going to kill Wedge, but it just got to start dropping things here. I don't want to lose too many units. All right. So now the AI only has 1 unit in play. We're able to heal our base by 1. They'll definitely hit us for 2, but they can't play For a Cause to Believe In. So we got a little bit more room here to work with. We drop them down to 9. Keep all cards in hand. Another regional governor. Del Mico to help us restore. Out comes an open fire. Ugh. Just took out our regional governor there. This one was the one blocking 2 tubes, I think. Go ahead and go back. And what do we not want to see? We could drop another open fire. Oh, it was the fleet lieutenants. That's what they were. We're actually going to say that again. Out comes a Bright Hope with Sentinel. Not good. We can put the pressure and swing for 4, but we're not going to get there. Let's play Del Mico, make those events cost a little bit more just in case. Nope, they got us. There's no way we can get around this without more damage. We get him for 4 and 5 and drop him down, but nothing's going to happen. If we take the initiative, unless we get another overwhelming barrage, which we did. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with an overwhelming barrage. Let's go ahead and play it, and we'll play it on our strongest unit. It's 6 damage, so we really don't have enough to deal with anything. We can hit Bright Hope, which hits us for 2. But it doesn't matter because red 3 can swing and hit us for that remaining damage there, which is what happens. All right. So again, Sabine Killer by Death Weasel. Fun one. Death Weasel suggests a Royal Guard ×2 should be put in there. That makes sense. That's a good one. All right. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Let's try this one more time. Royal Guard ×2. He does mention something about the TIE Fighter, which I would say is what I would get rid of as well. So let's take a look here. So you make sure we're here in this right spot. All right. Emperor's Royal Guard makes sense, and take out the TIE Fighter. Let's try that. All right. One more time. Iden Versio, Sabine Killer by Death Weasel 50. Link down in the description below. Couple of changes here. Removing the Dooku, removing the Avenger, removing the TIE Fighter, all at Death Weasel's advice in the comments below. Where he just suggests running Royal Guard, Inferno 4 Squadron, and maximum firepower. So let's just go ahead and throw it up against something fun here. We haven't done a Tarkin one in a bit. Oh, let's do Home Run Han by Garbage Rollers. Let's do that. Another interesting aggressive deck. Let's see how it holds up. If you're unfamiliar with Han, he puts resources into play from his hand, and they're immediately ready. But at the start of the next action phase, he has to get rid of that resource, and it goes into the discard pile. No mulligan for us. Let's just go ahead and lay some stuff out. It's going to be overwhelming firepower, or sorry, maximum firepower, and Gladiator Star Destroyer. Great cards, just a little too late to the game. We're going to play Regional Governor, and I'm going to name the Falcon, because I have seen that happen too many times, and we don't want to deal with it. I did get the Rogue Operative, which is a great card. It's a 3-cost, 2/4 Saboteur with Raid 2. So when it swings, it's a 4/4 and it gets past your shields and your Sentinel units. Great card. We'll take the initiative here. Out comes in Royal Guard, which is perfect. Let's drop the Shore Trooper because we're going to want to play the Royal Guard, and the turn after that, drop our Entrenched. All right. Looks like they got rid of one of their cards because of Han's ability. Play our Royal Guard to give us Sentinel. Not that that matters to the Rogue Operative. And we'll go ahead and swing on the base for 1. And here comes General Dodonna again, giving other Rebel units +1/+1. He does use it with the Energy Conversion Lab, so he swings immediately into the Royal Guard, killing it and taking 3 damage himself. Nothing else for us to do. Well, we can take some damage. We'll heal, but they'll go first. We'll take the initiative. Guess we couldn't heal because we did not do damage to their opponent yet, but that's all right. We're going to drop Callus since we have a Death Trooper and a Cell Block Guard. We're going to play the Death Trooper first because we got to get rid of this Dodonna. So he'll damage himself for 2. Finish off the Dodonna, lowering the health of that Rogue Operative. Out comes an Outer Akbar, who also hits us for 2, destroying the Death Trooper. And he has restored 1 every time he swings. We use Iden's ability to heal our base and go back to 26 as we take 4 damage. We'll take the initiative going forward. No need to try to hit the base for 1 at this time. Got to get rid of a card. Get rid of the Snow Trooper Lieutenant. We're playing a little bit more control. We have 2 more cards in our hand than our opponent, so we can afford to take our time. Cell Block Guard's going to come out, and here comes another Dodonna. I do not understand. That's the 3rd Dodonna, so we've seen all of those. We're going to get hit for 5 by our base. Now, Akbar is not going to be able to swing without dying, which is great. We're going to go ahead and swing into the base and hit it, knock it down to 23. Akbar is going to swing into our Cell Block Guard. They're going to die, and we're going to take the initiative ourselves. Actually, we're going to heal. Give it to 18. Let them take the initiative. We're going to pass. We have a tie advance to kind of give our Cell Block Guard a little bit more health there, which is great. And we can play Iden this turn. Gross. Here comes Han Solo. No fun there. We do have Overwhelming Barrage, though, and could take out Solo in 1 turn. I think that's what we do. Give the Cell Block Guard +2. We have 8 damage. We're going to deal 6 to Solo to get him out of here. And we're going to do the other 2 to the Rogue Operative. We have enough damage to kill the Dodonna. We don't have enough yet to kill the Operative without some help. Guess we'll swing into the Operative. Yeah, let's do that. Cell Block Guard, swing into the Operative because we're only going to take 3 damage there. So we'll stay alive, and Dodonna still has to swing into us, which will finish him. All right, we cleared the board out. We have 2 more cards in our opponents. We can still heal this turn, and we can deploy Iden herself. Let's go ahead and do that. She has a shield. She hits for 4. We're going to take out the Lothal Insurgent. And we'll hit their base for 1. Okay, so the opponent has done 10 damage to us, and we have done a total of 2. Opponent's done like a little bit more, but we got ourselves back up to 20. All right, we're going to keep all cards in hand here. We can play 2 this turn, which is great. Let's play the tie advance and give our governor a little bit more room. Swing with Iden into the base. AI had nothing else to do, so they take the initiative, letting us just run rampant. Play another card. Let's go ahead and play Inferno 4. Look at the top 2 cards coming our way. Put that at the bottom. And we'll pass. All right, here's our Delmico and a Vanish. There's no Vanquish. There's no reason to put any cards down at this moment. AI plays Home 1. So Home 1, if you didn't know, when played, you can grab a white unit from your discard pile if it costs 3 or less. They got the Rogue Operative. Great move. Tough card for us already to deal with, but we have some answers. We do have a Vanquish to deal with that home 1, though. So glad for that. Let's go ahead and play Delmico. Make those events cost a little bit more. Play General Tag to give our troopers +1/+1. We now have Iden at 5, and she's going to swing on that Rogue Operative, and the Governor and our ships are going to swing on the Energy Conversion Lab. Now, we may take 7 from home 1 if the opponent swings first, but we do have the Vanquish in our hand to deal with it later, and we can afford the 7 damage. Better to put the pressure back. Now again, this deck is Iden Versio Sabine Killer by Death Weasel 50. You can find a link in the description below. It's a little bit tweaked as he messaged us right here in the YouTube chat of some changes they would make themselves. Keep all cards in our hand. Where we dropped the Avenger, we dropped Dooku, and we dropped some TIE Fighters for a little bit more low-cost units like the Emperor's Royal Guards, Inferno 4, and an event of Overwhelming Barrage. So, sorry, Maximum Firepower. Okay, let's go ahead and vanquish that home 1. Nothing better than Force Lightning to destroy one of the greatest starships in the Rebel fleet. That's not a problem, apparently. And we're going to go ahead and finish this up. So, swing with Delmico for 4, who's going to restore our base. AI had ran out of options, and we'll go ahead and finish them off with Iden. So, great deck there. They were sitting with 2 home 1s. Oh, wow. So, that would have been pretty wild if we did destroy their home 1. They played a second one, putting more units on the field. Great job there. Find the link to the decks in the description below. Let's go ahead and pick our third and final deck as I go back. So, our third deck here is always one that I build myself. And that is going to be Iden Blue Control by me, D-Rod, here at Unlimited Power. If you take a look at it, we are running double blue. Double blue. That's why it's Iden Blue. So what am I running? Academy Defense Walker, which is a 6-cost Sentinel. Yep. Cell Block Guard, which we've already seen do some work. I am running Count Dooku, but I'm only running 2. Not 3. I do think it's a good card, but again, it's a late game card. And you got to make sure you're getting there. If you're trying to compete with these aggro decks, you got to have them run out of steam. So Delmico is going to help us out with that. General Veers to kind of give our units a little bit more power and toughness. It also makes it a really easier decision for your opponent on who to kill. So if there's a unit that you need to just take a little bit of damage and be a magnet for those type of cards, Veers is it. Lieutenant Chaldson here, big fan. You know him from A New Hope in the in the barracks, not the barracks, in the cells. And anyway, so when he comes into play, he gets Sentinel, and you can reveal up to 4 blue cards and get an experience token. So it's kind of nicer. It's a little bit different from what we were seeing in the other decks where you play Sentinel and then you got to put an upgrade. He kind of upgrades himself, so he can get stronger as you go. The Governor, because we're seeing how great she is against these aggro decks. Scout Bike Pursuer, Snowtrooper Lieutenant, and Viper Probe Droid. So we've already seen some similarities between my deck, Death Weasel, JayUnplayables. Some differences, I'm not running heavy space. That's going to be dangerous. Just the distant controllers. We're trading it for a couple of these upgrades, Resilient and Entrenched, and Maximum Firepower, Takedown, Vanquish, and Vigilance. So we're just going to try it out. Heavy ground units, I know. Good decision, bad decision, I don't know. It's weird to say it's control and not having control for everything, but essentially we just got to be careful on what we're letting stay on the field and what we're using our events actually on. But let's give it a try. We're going to go back and play against Home Run Han here by Garbage Rollers, and we're going to see what happens. All right. Fix this. No mulligan for us. We're just going to take it the way it is. I don't want to get rid of any of these cards, though. We have nothing we can play turn 1, which is why we don't mulligan, because you may get stuck in these situations. And Maximum Firepower needs 2 Imperial units to play. We only have 2 in our hand, and they're not coming out quick. So let's take the initiative. Han plays the Battlefield Marine, a 3/3 Rebel Trooper, puts another resource into play, and takes advantage of it by playing Greedo this turn. Not fun. All right, we see a second Veers and a Snowtrooper Lieutenant. We'll put one Veers down, and we're going to play the other one. Or we can play Delmico. No, we're going to play Veers. Again, Veers is a magnet. The AI should want to deal with Veers. We can give Veers a shield, which I think we're going to go ahead and do. Again, making the AI work really hard to take him out. And they do. The Battlefield Marine drops. We can now use an action ability to heal ourselves, but we haven't taken any damage. Let's just go ahead and take the initiative. Greedo should swing into our Veers, taking care of both of them. So that's fine. We traded 2 actions for 2 actions, 1 unit for 2 of theirs. Great trade. I'll take it. Double Dooku draw. Double Dookie draw? That's what that felt like. Okay, we can now play Vigilance. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Vigilance, it is one of the double aspect cards, and it is choose 2 in any order. Discard 6 cards from opponent deck, heal 5 from a base, defeat a unit with 3 or less remaining HP, or give a shield token to a unit. Sorry, it's a great card. We're just going to play it now, and we're not going to have anything on our board, but I think it's fun, and that's what I want to do this for. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to make them discard 6 cards. That's right. We're going to mill them. The next thing we're going to do is defeat this guy. Oh, I love that. Spark of Rebellion, Falcon, Bright Hope, Greedo, Resupply. Yeah, let's get rid of all of that. Out comes a Rogue Operative. Not really a big deal here. We're going to take the initiative. Nothing else for us to do. That was fun. I'd love to get another one. We didn't get one. We're going to drop Dooku. We're now at 5 resources, so Dooku could come out in 2 more turns, but we got to play some other cards. First one being Iden Versio, Delmico. And here comes that Falcon. Oh, fun. Let's play the Scout Bike Pursuer. We'll have to deal with the Falcon next turn using our Takedown or our Vanquish. Let's take the initiative. The Rogue Operative's probably not going to swing into any of our units. It'll deal 4 to us, dropping us down to 18. Now, Han still has that Epic Conversion Lab to use to swing. I'm not looking forward to that. All right, we got Distant Patroller and a Subblock Guard. Now, Subblock Guard is great, but it's not going to do anything with that Rogue Operative in play. So this may seem silly, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're doing it. We did it. It's done. It's done. On the unit, you have HP or less. We're going to go ahead and take care of the Falcon now with a Vanquish. And out comes Han Solo himself. Not looking forward to Han at all. We do have Restore 1. We're going to go ahead and swing on the Rogue Operative. That Rogue Operative hits pretty hard, and I don't really want to deal with it later. And it's a smart move for the AI to swing with it now. Go ahead and heal our base. Han's going to swing, hit us for 4. No problem. We're going to go ahead and deploy our leader, Iden Versio herself. She's going to have shield. And Bright Hope is going to pull back that Pathfinder, that Rogue Operative. Sorry. Let's have Iden swing into Han, put a little damage on him. Out comes Leia Organa, who does exhaust our unit rather than ready one of Han's resources. Nothing else for us here. We're going to take the initiative, and we'll take care of Han first thing. All right, a couple of fun options here. Distant Patroller, I think you're going to have to go. We're going to have to deal with that Bright Hope real quick. Okay, I think the right move here, we're going to go Snowtrooper Lieutenant. Attack with the unit. It's going to be the Scout Bike into Han Solo. We're going to lose our Scout Bike, but that's okay. So we're getting rid of a Han. Out comes the Rogue Operative again. Not for fun, I'll tell you that. Let's swing on their base for 3 and get that Restore in before the Leia Organa gets any ideas. They're going to play a Ezra Bridger. Not fun. Ezra comes in with that energy conversion lab. Exactly the point of Ezra. Or that energy conversion lab, actually. Alright, Iden's going to take out the rogue operative, so we don't have to take 4 damage from them with that +2 raid ability. Leia Organa is going to take out our commander. What do we not want to see here? Let's play the governor. And let's go ahead and type in home 1. I don't want to see any home 1s. Alright, we take 2 damage from Bright Hope. Bright Hope can hit, but doesn't hit that hard. Let's take the initiative ourselves. Got another governor, another entrenched. We're going to keep all cards in our hand. No reason to drop them. Oh, thanks, Death Weasel. Really glad we got to try out your deck. Again, if you missed Death Weasel's deck, you can find it in this video, or you can find the deck in the description below. We did make some changes based on their notes. And right now we are trying a deck that I created, also in the description down below, which is Iden Double Blue Control here. All right. We can't take down that Bright Hope yet. What is the answer here? Guess we'll swing on Ezra. Let's take care of him. That Bright Hope's going to hit us for 2. Let's see what the AI drops. An overwhelming barrage. +2/+2 to the Bright Hope. And to deal that damage as they see fit to our units. And they hit our regional governor. Well, I'm just going to assume they're holding on to that home 1. And we're going to name it again with the regional governor. Now, home 1, if you're unfamiliar, is a great card. It'll come into play. It has great stats, and it'll bring another unit into the ground. So I don't really want to see it. Action ability, we'll go ahead and heal since they removed a unit this turn. And, wow, let's play entrenched on the governor, and we'll pass. Holding on to a takedown and a snowtrooper lieutenant. All right, here comes our distant patroller. This may give us a little bit of a lead here. We'll play it. The Bright Hope's going to swing to us, which is the smart move. Brings us down to 8. Our patroller, though, however, will be able to get to the Bright Hope. We're going to give it a little bit of power here. And then we're going to pass. A second takedown, a second distant patroller. That is good. Out comes the Lothal Insurgent. Not really a big deal for us. Let's swing on the Bright Hope with a patroller. We'll do a 5 to it. 2 on us. We'll take another 2 from it. Brings us down to 6. Not many options. That's okay. We can take care of most of what's on the field right now. We're hopefully holding off one of their home 1s. Play another patroller, and then we'll go ahead and play takedown just to give us a little bit more room here. We'll heal our base and pass. So where the AI is probably making problems here is they keep throwing cards down in the resource pool when they may not have to. Home 1 does cost them 8, but they are at 10 resources. So out comes Leia Organa, tapping us down. That's okay. We'll play Academy Defense Walker here. It's going to give us Sentinel and give all blue units shield. Or to each friendly damage unit. Sorry, experience token, not shield. All right, we're going to get Asteroid Sanctuary where they put a shield token on Leia. And they're going to exhaust our regional governor. That's fine. Okay, nothing else for us to do. We're going to go ahead and take the initiative. A Vanquished, so we can deal with that Leia. A Resilient. Really good cards here. Nothing to play. We're going to play another Governor. And let's see. What do we want to get rid of? Greedos, Falcons. We've seen 2 Falcons. We've seen 2 Asteroid Sanctuaries. Let's sell Bright Hope. All right. Regional Governor of the Bright Hope. But we do get an Overwhelming Barrage. Give a shield token to a unit. Yep, we'll give it to our defense walker. Put a Resilient on our other regional governor, giving them a little bit more time to stay alive. Opponent plays shoot first to swing on the Academy Defense Walker and just takes it out. Not a problem. Yep, this Leia over here making us work for it. Play card, Snowtrooper Lieutenant, and we'll go ahead and attack into the Leia. Probably not the best move, but just got to get through it. And they have a shield, so had to get through it. Keep the cards. We do have an answer for Leia now with maximum firepower. See what the opponent plays. They play a Han Solo, who does have ambush. So that's never fun. Maximum firepower. We'll go ahead and choose the Governor. Hit the Leia for 5, finishing it off. A Rogue Operative comes into play. Going to have to deal with that. But we do have a Cell Block Guard to deal with the Han next turn. All right. We'll go ahead and heal our base for 1. Again, if you're going to play control, it's okay to be healing your base every turn, especially you're already ahead of your opponent. So we don't really need to spend too much time on things like trying to clear the board. Now we have one Governor here with 7 damage on it, and it already has 8 health, and we have another 7/1 that can kind of take the damage from this Rogue Operative. So let's do that. All right, we hit it for 1. We're going to go ahead and pass. Let's see what else we get. Snowtrooper Lieutenant and a Viper Probe Droid. Perfect. AI is probably going to play a card first. It happens to be Admiral Akbar, who takes care of our guard. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and take care of Han Solo with the Vanquish. Out comes a Greedo. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. And we'll play a Snowtrooper Lieutenant. Attack with a unit. Give it +2. We're going to swing right there on the Rogue Operative. So both are going to leave play. It's probably worth it with that Dodonna sitting right there. Opponent has no other cards in their hand. We can hit them for an additional 5, but I really want to take care of Dodonna with the takedown. So let's take the initiative. Opponent has nothing else to do. And we got an Academy Defense Walker, which is great. Defense Walker buys us a little bit more time than destroying Dodonna does. So I think we're going to play that. Gives all damaged opponents an experience token, which is great. Raises the health of those units. We can now swing with a little bit harder on characters like... No, we could swing on Dodonna, but we can swing on Admiral Akbar, who only hits for 1. I think we will. Get rid of that shield. Oh, man, Akbar, sorry, hits for 2 because that Dodonna. That was the problem. All right, let's go ahead and use our action ability, heal our base for 1. We get a shoot first. Admiral Akbar is hitting our Sentinel Trooper, making it our Sentinel Defense Walker there, going down. Wow. This Dodonna is working for it. I'm going to swing on Admiral Akbar. I think that's going to kill it. Yep, 2. Drops our Governor. Dodonna swings on us for 4. And we have more cards than our opponent, but they are getting some good hits in. No reason to play anything. We have Del Meeko in there who's going to give us Restore. We're going to take care of the General Dodonna with the takedown. Admiral Akbar can only hit us for 1. Play Del Meeko. Opponent plays a resupply for absolutely no reason. Hit their base for 2. Again, this is going to be a long game. Now, I'd love to see our other command cards come into play here, so we can just kind of mill our opponent. That'd be great. They're down to 6 cards, or 5 cards now, so that'd be pretty awesome. We are holding our own. We got Lieutenant Chaldson over here who's going to have Sentinel. Never mind, he's gone. Don't worry about that. Let's just go ahead and swing, I guess, on Admiral Akbar. Now, we could use takedown for him, but again, we need to save takedown for any other unit that may be a little bit more of a threat and give us some problems. Snowtrooper will take out Akbar, but they'll trade. It's going to allow us the ability to heal our base. And we're going to go ahead and play our Viper Probe Droid. Opponent has nothing in hand. Scout Bike Pursuer, and another Viper Probe Droid. So, I mean, we're hanging in there. So, getting to 21 is going to be a little bit hard, but not that hard. Again, they're only at 3 cards left. So, I think we're going to get it. All right, let's go ahead and take care of that Marine. And out comes a home 1. 7/7 brings in a unit. Guess what? It was Dodonna. Who would have thought? We can't play Vanquish on it, but we can make our Patroller Craft a little bit stronger. Patroller Craft's actually going to swing into that home 1, no problem, and take down that capital starship with 10 damage. All right, it takes 8 itself, but we're going to put that shield to good use. Heal our base, go back up to 9. Swing on their base, and we're going to use, probably definitely going to use, what's his face? Del Miko here to take out Dodonna, along with the Viper Probe Droid. There we go. We're going to use the other Viper Probe Droid to do the same. We don't really need to hit this base. The opponent's almost out of cards. So let's just see what happens. Pass. Opponent draws 2 cards, has 1 card left. I don't see any of my other 2 villainies. We can keep all this. Maximum firepower, Vanquish, we have answers. And that's an easy one to answer, if you ask me. Let's play Resilient first. Right there on the Scout Bike Pursuer. Out comes Admiral Akbar, taking care of Del Miko. That's fine. We can just Vanquish Ezra there. All right. Well, hey, I think we're going to go ahead and take this. Let's pass. Opponent draws 1 card. Takes 2 damage. Love that. We're going to keep all cards in our hand. Out comes another Ezra. Not a big deal. Academy Defense Walker to give us a Sentinel. Takes care of Admiral Akbar. We'll go ahead and heal. Again, this is just a super slow game, and that is probably what Iden Blue is always going to do, is be really slow. And what else do you want? So if you're playing the control matchup, you're not playing for those quick matches. You're there to kind of play the head games with the opponent and watch them take 2 damage every turn after that mill. All right, opponent has no other answers. So really, I think this is kind of where they would give up, right? Like once you kill the unit, that would be it. So we would call it here that I would win, because what else would happen? It's just now a speed match with the opponent having no other cards they can use. That's kind of the point of it. So yeah, having super fun there. Go ahead and go back to the menu. All right, so fun night of just streaming some Iden Versio decks. We tried Death Weedle's Iden Versio Sabine Killer, which you can find on SWDB, is one of the new hot decks. We also got to play JayUnplayable's Iden Red, which had a couple of answers for aggressive decks as well. And we got to try out our deck here, Unlimited Power, Iden Blue Control. So again, all these decks, I have links in the description down below. We are going to end it just a little bit early today, rather than playing a couple more games, just due to some other things happening. But having a great time. Love Star Wars Destiny. I love Star Wars Destiny, but I'm loving Star Wars Unlimited, having fun with it, excited for its release date on March 8th, talking to stores in my area, talking to people around the country, what they're playing. I'd love to hear what other people are excited for. So please let me know, and